Hi everyone, my name is Terry Gibbs and welcome to this short presentation on Tribe Team Training. I have purposely kept this as brief as I can for a full picture and details of all the revenue opportunities. Do give me a call on 0208 586 0101 or drop me a line at tribe@fitpro.com and I'll be delighted to get in touch with you. For many years, the fitness industry has been advocating and encouraging our personal trainers to deliver small group personal training. I think we recognised many years ago the process and the various beliefs that our members work through, find that working out together in small groups of like-minded people with a really good coach or trainer would have fantastic benefits. It's now been well documented. Better results, better retention, and all the things we do to create meaningful community really can thrive within a small group offering. But perhaps something the industry is slow to recognise, and in many ways is still coming to terms with, is that team training or small group training should be something that is driven and governed and owned by the club or studio, not by the individual trainer. Leaving it to the individual trainer is both time consuming from their perspective because of the development and preparation, and of course you run the risk of lacking consistency and quality if you're a studio or a club owner. The concept of semi-private personal training sitting alongside group exercise and one-to-one personal training as a club-driven standalone department is the backbone of the service that Tribe Team Training provides. The Tribe programs and systems have now been piloted, tested, and fully perfected within the working models of full-service health clubs and PT studios over a number of years. The brand name Tribe represents everything the programs themselves embody: community, friendship, support, and working together towards a common goal, as well as creating a sense of belonging. The Tribe founders really started with three basic principles. They wanted to be global leaders with regard to small group personal training. They wanted to be cutting edge within the industry and continuously moving on and improving. So the Tribe Team Trainers come up with the mark you're looking at now, the Tribe mark. It represents those three basic principles. The resemblance to a lion's head represents leadership. Arrows represents both cutting edge and continuing moving forward. The mark also clearly shows the different layers of product and improvement that Tribe Team Training embraces. And of course, it incorporates the three T's that are Tribe Team Training. As I mentioned, for the past few years, clubs, trainers and studios have been losing clients and members to highly focused competitors running boot camps or boutique offerings. In fact, in many cases, members have not left the club or left the studio, but they're actually taking on a different offering somewhere else. This demonstrates that for many, they want a different experience from just one-to-one personal training. It could be more about a lower price point or a better social atmosphere. But we do know for many, the one-to-one personal training or the unsupervised is not what they want. Tribe Team Training is not group exercise. It's semi-private personal training. It creates more peer support, more camaraderie. There's a really good strategic alignment because there's a collective responsibility for achievement. And there's more consistency from a client or member support. And as everybody knows, a team pulling together will achieve far more than individuals working on their own. There has been this trend of members leaving clubs or even staying within clubs, but actually getting their small group offering outside. Now, this is just crazy from a club or studio perspective. You would not go to a restaurant and have your dinner and then go somewhere else for dessert, but that's what's happening. We know that small group personal training is thriving in many, many environments. And we also know that when the offering, the quality and the service are right, price point is actually not a barrier. I've mentioned it before, but for many consumers, their attitudes to training are changing. At the moment, if you're running a health club, free with your membership is at the bottom of this pyramid. Access to your gym floor with group fitness, and probably about 30% of your members are into the group exercise. At the top of the pyramid, you've got one-to-one personal training at 60, 70, 80, over £100 an hour. If you've got penetration rates of 10%, you're doing phenomenally. More likely, it's closer to the lower end of only 22%. But this just leaves a huge financial gap. There must be something between unsupervised exercise that comes with your membership and one-to-one personal training. And that's the gap that Tribe Team Training fits. The amount you charge is entirely up to you, but even at £10 to £25 a session, you should see penetration rates of between 15 and 25%. The key message is clear. There is a willingness and a desire in your community for semi-private personal training. This is a new revenue stream. It also brings in new clients and members. Just like you charge for personal training, you must charge for semi-private personal training. As I've mentioned, there's a huge space between unsupervised membership, fitness and personal training at £75 an hour. Tribe fills that gap. It's interesting and it's relevant to your existing members. It's goal orientated with a number of programs designed specifically for what people want to achieve. It's progressive with the perfect mix of fresh variation and familiarity. And as anyone who studied the primary needs and drivers of human behaviour will know just how psychologically important this is. This is where Tribe Team Training is so much different from just a circuit class. It engages with the human being, not just with the human body. Here's an interesting graph. It's what we call our interaction graph. The x-axis along the bottom, running from low in the left to high in the right, is the quality of interaction with the member or client. Then the y-axis on the left, low at the bottom, high at the top, is the cost to the member. And in the bottom left-hand corner, you'll see UE. That stands for unsupervised exercise. That's what people get. If you're charging £60 a month for your membership, they're paying £2 a day for the right to come and use your facility. Top right-hand corner is one-to-one personal training. Incredibly high interaction, of course it is. You can get no higher interaction, it's one-to-one training. But of course the cost is high. And if we're really going to improve people's experience, then what we need is a high interaction that's low cost. And that's exactly where Tribe Team Training sit in. It's high engagement. It's high touch points, but at a very, very affordable rate. Could a conscientious, well-educated and experienced trainer create an exceptional semi-private personal training experience without having to involve themselves in Tribe? Well, of course they can. However, what you'd really need to think about is if you want to do 2 sessions a week with 10 individuals, many needing progression and regression, how many different sessions are you going to have to write? You want to ensure there's the perfect mix of the familiar, what they've done last time, with new challenges, not just to keep them psychologically and emotionally engaged, but we need to progress them. You know, people are coming along to achieve fitness goals. 49 weeks a year. That would demand nearly 100 tailored sessions. It's actually 98 sessions. And that's just for one program. What if you were to have a range of programs to fit people's goals and desires? One even maybe for the more adventurous, combat-based or something more extreme. What about the accompanying music and cueing tips and guides? Of course, a good trainer could do it, but all this preparation and development work is unbillable. You're not being paid for it. And I think that's the key message. If you are spending just 2 hours a week designing your programs and tweaking your programs, then that's potentially £100 an hour, £100 a week, unbillable hours. You've got to get your head around what your time is worth. There are 3 major stakeholders in Tribe: the member, the coach, and the business. We call the trainer the coach because they are just so much more than just a trainer. They take their proportion of the responsibility of people achieving their goals. For the member, it's obvious. A dedicated world-class program entirely aligned to their goals and aspirations. Entertaining, quality controlled, with a really good community of teammates, creating a social support network and a sense of belonging. For the coach, we ensure they will get world-class coaching, and they'll know what they are delivering is backed up with cutting-edge programs and ongoing education. Tribe Team Training develops the best team training coaches in the world. And for the business, well, really this is the win-win-win situation. Nobody loses. Everything that you pay for, you're paying out of money you've received. It's the perfect turnkey training solution. It's a proven business model. You will pay nothing other than from incremental revenue. The whole program is designed to be cash flow positive. There's a family of 5 programs: Tribe Core, Tribe Kids, Tribe Fit, Tribe Punch, and Tribe Life. Let's start with Tribe Fit. Fast, strong, lean, powerful, 2 or 3 times a week, high intensity functional training. This really is for advanced fitness levels. Can someone brand new to exercise be involved in a Tribe Fit? They could. There's possibly a better alternative for them. They could do it, but obviously you'd need to be working quite a lot on their regression. Tribe Life really appeals to everyone for a broad range of fitness levels. It's low impact functional exercise. Note impact, not low intensity. It's about being active, about being energized. It's about being alive. Got to have one for the core. But this is intelligent core strength. This is flexibility. This is about being toned and strong and functional. Tribe Punch is for the more adventurous. Fit, fast, skilled. Every season takes its inspiration from a legendary fighter with their signature moves. Don't worry, there's no sparring, but everything else goes. And of course, we have one for the kids. We look to provide healthy, confident, active, but also socially aware children. Tribe's philosophy of peer support and collective responsibility is equally as valid in the kids program as anywhere else. There's 7 releases a year. Each season comprises of 6 weeks with 2 or 3 sessions per week, with a recovery or trial week at the start of every season. It allows those going from season to season to just have a break, but it also allows the coaches to invite people in to trial it. There's 10 in a team, except for Punch where there's 6, but you can run as many teams as you like. Let's have a look at the revenue opportunities. Let's assume you started with just 2 programs in your first league, one of Life and one of Fit, for example. And you decided to charge £12.50 per session. Remember, this is semi-private personal training. You do not opt in or opt out. You buy the season. You are buying 2 sessions a week for 6 weeks, plus of course your trial. One of the main reasons people do not achieve their fitness goals is either they're not working out often enough, they don't come to your studio or gym often enough, or they're not working hard enough. Here's a fantastic way of guaranteeing 2 good exercise sessions a week for 6 weeks. Everybody knows if you do that, you will make some progress towards your goals. And of course, if you go down to your local sports or leisure centre, you'll find a visit to the gym is probably £7, £8, £9 anyway. And here we are offering semi-private personal training at £150 for the season. That's only £12.50 a session. If you think that's too expensive, I entirely agree. The amount you charge is up to you, but for the sake of revenue expectations, we've assumed £150. So, you've got 20 people paying £150. You've just banked £3,000 for what is 4 hours a week for 6 weeks. Now you're earning £125 an hour. In your second week, you've now built up some momentum and you're now running 6 teams. You're now working 12 hours a week for a revenue of £9,000 a season. Remember, there's 7 seasons a year. You can work 12 hours a week and bank well in excess of £60,000. These are the opportunities. And the number of teams you run is only governed by the amount of time you want to spend running them. There is some investment. You'll need some equipment. You've probably got it already, if not all of it, most of it. There is some training for your coaches and a small license fee. But as we'll see in a minute, typically a club that launches with just 2 or 3 teams will actually recoup the whole of the startup costs. Then from the second season onwards, that's where the profits really are driven. Here's how it would work. Option 1, you're only committed for 2 seasons. We do not insist everyone signs a 12-month agreement. We don't need one. Tribe Team Training as a product and a profit centre means that we are confident in its longevity without having to revert to contracts. However, if you are prepared to commit to 4 seasons, then what we will do is take the initial training cost and defer it. So option 1 is, you're not prepared to commit for 4 seasons. We get that. The onset training model for up to 10 coaches is £2,000, and that includes a complete 6 weeks launch marketing program for all the sites you're rolling it out in. If you're going to have it in 4 sites, you can have 2 coaches in each site plus a couple of floaters. You can launch this for only £500 per site. There is a small program fee, £150 for 1 program. If you want 2 programs, £270, or 3 programs to £370. If you're running 4 teams or 6 teams in 2 programs, you're banking £9,000 and paying £270 in license fees. Let's go back 5 minutes. Could a well-educated and experienced personal trainer do this off their own back? Of course they can. But the amount of work and prep and unbillable hours you would spend developing a ongoing, improving, cutting-edge, world-leading product like Tribe, £270 is nothing. As I've mentioned on the left, option 2, if you would like to defer some of the original startup costs, we'll take it over the first 4 months or so. At the end of the 4 months, the amount you would have paid in option 1 and option 2 is entirely the same. The point we're making is if you would prefer to defer some of those startup costs until you're banking more and more money as the tribes build and the teams build, we'll happily do that. The only people qualified to take Tribe Team Training is a Tribe Team Training coach. We will develop your coaching system. We will teach you how to recruit people into your teams, the planning, the preparation. We'll make sure that you are absolutely cutting edge on your delivery and performance. We'll talk you through team care and, of course, assessment and analysis. All our coaches are extensively trained in these areas, giving the club and the business complete peace of mind that their members are receiving the very best coaching, very best training experience. We'll continue to support you as a club with launch guidelines, marketing materials. During the launch phase, you'll get an 8 to 12 week plan with pre-launch support calls, and training for any and all of your staff that need help in the understanding of Tribe. There's, of course, all the posters, marketing and artwork that you need, with both male and female images, and you can mix and match them as you see fit. There's poster artwork, trial card artwork, flags, brochure artwork that we can include your club details, your phone number, your email address, your Facebook page. There's wall graphics, there's social media graphics, there's schedule graphics to be included either on your online timetable or your hard copy handout. There's videos that you can upload to your website or to Facebook. And there's all the social media marketing support as well. This is probably a really great example of the marketing. We recently ran a program called I Tried Because, where we invited teammates just to fill in the bottom bit. I tried because. We got a phenomenal response. And of course, every single team member posted it on their own Facebook page. And all their friends and colleagues liked it. And it became a massive referral tool. Tribe team training is so effective at achieving people's goals, it becomes actually its own referral program. You'll get a separate release document for every program you're running. At least 2 weeks before each season, you'll receive the documents by PDF, which will show every single exercise for the 12 sessions, plus a couple of extras for the trial period. We'll also give you video links so your coaches can preview all the exercises they'll be doing, including progression and regression for everything. Background music, your playlists, all that's been done for you. There's both original and non-PPL versions. It's really simple. Go onto My Group Fit, click the one you want, download it. One-click download. Pre-launch, we'll happily have a pre-launch meeting with you. We can discuss what you should be charging based on your membership fees and one-to-one personal training fees. We can discuss what you should pay, what enhancements to your trainers and your coaches. How would you recruit coaches? What's the training model like? We'll help you with your pre-launch marketing, both leading up to and your launch night. And we'll help you schedule it into your timetable. Where will you do it? Where on your gym floor? Will it be in a squash studio? Will you have a dedicated studio? Dedicating a studio is when it really starts to pay off. The culture of Tribe team training means that it is infectious. You'll start with maybe 5, 10, 15% of your members, but it grows and grows and grows. Through the I Tribe Because, a number of clubs tripled the number of teams they were running, just because people spoke to people in the gym. The only limitation to the revenue you can generate is the space you make available. Let me give you a perfect example from our friends at Gainsborough Health and Fitness in Florida. This is their timetable. This is their actual timetable for January, February 2016. There are 56 sessions a week. 10 in a team, £150 per teammate is £7,000 a week. At 42 billable weeks a year, I say 42 because of course the trial weeks people don't pay for, That's pretty close to £300,000. If you are a one-to-one personal trainer and you own a studio, what your studio should look like. It's worth making the point that Tribe Team Training does not challenge or cannibalise your one-to-one revenue. In fact, a good personal trainer who's maybe seeing a client once a week or maybe just a couple of times a month, here's a great opportunity for you to say, look, you're seeing me once a week, here's a superb chance for you to actually see me 3 times a week, albeit 2 of them in a semi-private environment. Maybe you're only seeing a client once a month, here's a fantastic opportunity. Personal training can be restrictive for some clients because of the cost implication. And of course, when a coach is running 2 teams or 3 teams, they've got 20 or 30 people they're working with on a semi-private basis. Of course, a number of them will become one-to-one clients. Your one-to-one client base feeds your tribe, and your tribe feeds your one-to-one client base. This is a separate revenue line. It will not challenge your PT revenue. Quick recap then. Tribe provides solutions that are safe, systemized and proven and profitable. It helps clubs and studios take maximum advantage of underutilized space. It helps reduce trainer churn. If you are running your own studio or own health club, you're probably regularly having to replace trainers that have moved on. If you can offer them an advanced payment for the number of teams that they run, they earn more money, they'll stay with you longer. It puts your trainers in front of more potential clients. It means that any club or studio is not dependent on someone to design programs and lesson plans. We've done that for you, and they're the world best. It allows your teams to concentrate on their delivery and the customer service. It's a fantastic turnkey solution with growth opportunities that just go on and on and on. Because it's an open the box and deliver, we've done it all for you. You get really quick speed to market. And of course, it helps clubs and studios increase the profitability with existing members. This is a win-win-win situation. Tribe pays for itself. There are a number of testimonies, and I'm happy to send a copy of this to you for you to look at it closely. Please, if you want to hear more about Tribe Team Training, give us a call on 0208 586 0101 or drop us a line at tribe@fitpro.com. At FitPro, we are proud distributors of Tribe in many parts of the world. Get in touch and let's get it into your club. Thanks for your time. I look forward to hearing from you.